Plates ready? This is Food School, Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Want to feel amazing? Love the way you look in the mirror and perform your absolute best in the gym, at work, and in life? You're definitely in the right place. Food. It's you. It builds every single cell of you. And if there is one thing every human being must master, it's food. Because at the very least, eating, you do it every day, several times a day, every single day. You might as well get good at it. I'm your host, Shurina from createyourself.today, your personal nutritionist and plate watcher, your diet guide and explorer, your fat loss coach and food inspector. And just someone with a lot of passion and obsession and curiosity for healthy food, healthy diets, nutrition, optimized human performance, everything and absolutely anything you put in your grocery shopping cart, your fridge, on your plate, and in your mouth. It's my business. Food School, on a mission to help you eat better daily.
It's the last time I talk about food. It's the last time I talk about food.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. How's your action taking plan going? Did you do your brainstorm and figure out a few next action steps to move whatever it is you want to move forward? Hopefully you already took a few of those actions, and guys, they don't have to be big, but they have to be done. Today's episode and our episodes tomorrow and Thursday, we will dedicate to covering this important topic, electrolytes. Electrolytes are minerals that has electric charges and that help your body. And guys, listen carefully. They help your body to contract muscles and things like your heart, your stomach, besides, the obvious, your muscles. Those are muscles. And if you don't have enough electrolytes, your body will really suffer. Your heart won't work as effectively, as efficiently, pumping blood with nutrients, with oxygen to your brain and to every cell in your body. Your digestive system not going to work properly. And plus, if you're into training, you're not going to be able to perform well. And then also electrolytes help your cells to transmit signals between each other, especially your nerve cells, your brain cells are very sensitive to electrolyte imbalances. And so sometimes you might think, oh, I have this brain fog. Maybe my diet, is full of sugar. And that might be the case. But what also might be the case that your diet is just deficient in nutrients. You might not necessarily eat a lot of sugar, but if you're not getting enough electrolytes, you're going to experience brain fog. Just because your brain cells and your other neurons, your other nerve cells will not be able to communicate clearly between each other, to communicate fast. And so it's like, one cell is trying to fire the thought or command to another cell, and there are no electrolytes, no minerals to move that signal across the board to another cell or a whole cluster of cells. And so you can't think. That's the result that you're going to experience: a brain fog, lack of energy. You can experience a lot of negative effects when you're not getting electrolytes. Plus, electrolytes are involved in energy production. So it's not just you gotta eat to get energy. No, your body actually has to convert it, and you need electrolytes to do that. And also your DNA replication, when each of your cells divide and replicate, electrolytes are also involved in that. And so basically, if you're not getting your electrolytes on a consistent basis, you're kind of fucked. And you're just not going to perform well, not physically, not mentally, and you're going to feel shitty. Your mental capacity to think, your emotions, your emotional balance and stability, they all going to be compromised, and so your mood going to be all over the place. Electrolytes are very important, and there are a few of them, but today, tomorrow, and Thursday we're going to cover three the most important ones. And they're the most important ones because usually we are deficient, we get easily deficient with our modern diet in those electrolytes. And those are potassium, those are magnesium, those are calcium. So today we are covering potassium. The requirements, according to all the data for a human being, is to get 4,700 milligrams of potassium, so quite a lot, 4.7 grams of potassium. I don't think that this number is universal, just because what we do on high carb diet and on a low carb diet, on keto diet, our whole biochemistry changes. Plus, if there is no average person, like someone who's in their 50s, 60s with 180 pounds or maybe more, a male, they're not going to have the same nutrition requirements as someone in their teens or their 20s or their 30s, lighter, couple of, not a couple, but 20, 30, 40 pounds, right? Or maybe a nursing mom, completely different requirements. But what I do know is you do want to get your potassium, as much of it as possible, because again, it is one of electrolytes that makes nerve signaling, that makes muscle contraction, that makes energy production efficient, effective, and possible. So today we are covering the richest sources of potassium, and especially on a low carb diet, especially low carb sources. One of the sources that is not that low carb though that I want to start with is sweet potato. Sweet potato is really an amazing food because it has a lot of fiber. It has one average potato somewhere around 250 grams will have 832 milligrams of potassium. But plus there are like phytochemicals, there are beta carotene, a lot of vitamins and nutrients in sweet potatoes. So when you do your carb count, when you do your carb up, sweet potato is a great source of nutrients, guys. But now back to low carb sources. One of my favorite low carb sources of potassium is avocado. One average avocado will give you somewhere around 700 milligrams of potassium. Pretty awesome too, with all the fiber and all the healthy fats. Then also white button mushrooms is one of my favorite sources because they have like almost no calories. They are really nice. So when you cook them with any vegetables, with any meat, with any fish, 100 grams of white button mushrooms will give you 378 milligrams of potassium. I eat them almost every day, guys. Then my favorite fish kingdom. So what are the richest fish in potassium? Salmon, 100 grams of salmon will give you 412 milligrams of potassium. Tuna, 100 grams will give you 230 milligrams of potassium. Sardines, one tin, somewhere around 80 grams, a little bit less than 100 grams total, will give you 240 milligrams of potassium. So pretty good sources. And then your low carb vegetables, our favorite broccoli will give you 1 cup, just small cup, 60-70 grams will give you 238 milligrams of potassium. I eat usually like a pound of vegetables, so I'll be getting like close to 2,000 milligrams of potassium just by eating broccoli or Brussels sprouts that are also quite high in potassium. 1 cup, 1 small cup will give you 147 milligrams of potassium. Spinach, 167 milligrams of potassium plus the iron and plus like basically no calories in this spinach, right? And then also nuts. One of the richest nut in potassium, 1 ounce of which gives you 200 milligrams. Almonds, guys. So almonds, eat your almonds if you want to get more potassium. So to sum it up, guys, try to get as much potassium as possible. Go for tuna, for salmon, for sardines that also have other minerals, and especially salmon and sardines, guys. Omega-3 fatty acids, calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, and a lot of other like really amazing nutrients. Go for your mushrooms that low carb, low calories, but a lot of potassium plus great fiber for your gut. Then eat your spinach, your Brussels sprouts, your broccoli, super high in potassium. Eat your almonds, and sweet potato is an amazing higher carb vegetable. Besides the foods, mineral waters, guys. I'm often surprised how few people know about mineral waters as being a great source of electrolytes, natural electrolytes. They're bioavailable, they're recognized by your body as well as food. So mineral waters, check out your really good grocery shops. Check out your pharmacies, your drug stores. They usually also have great mineral waters. Look for ones that have a lot of magnesium, calcium, and potassium. There are those, and drink it. No calories, hydration, plus the electrolytes. I actually believe that's how our ancestors got a lot of our electrolytes, from water. So mineral water is much, much better than distilled water or some water that was filtered, because those waters usually have little to no electrolytes and no natural electrolytes. So yeah, mineral waters. And then one of my favorite electrolyte supplement is Electrolyte Stamina by Trace Minerals. Electrolyte Stamina by Trace Minerals. So they have in tablet form potassium, magnesium, calcium. It's all in one, but you gotta take like 6 of the pills, because mineral salts, they're quite bulky, meaning they are in grams. Like potassium, you gotta take almost 5 grams of them, right? So that's why you gotta take so many of them. But whenever you try to find electrolyte supplement, just read your numbers, how much potassium it gives you, how much magnesium it gives you, how much calcium it gives you. And also look carefully at the ingredient list, because if you also are getting some weird sweeteners like sucralose, or some plain sugar, or some high fructose corn syrup, or a bunch of other ingredients that you like, electrolytes, they don't have calories. They shouldn't have calories. You shouldn't consume calories with your electrolytes unless it's food, of course. So that's your main criteria when you are looking for electrolyte supplement. Like, it shouldn't have any calories and it shouldn't have any junk ingredients. If you are thinking about getting some electrolyte supplement, reach out to me on Instagram, on my email, or anywhere you can find me, and ask me for my opinion, because working with my clients, I always notice when they bring to me these supplements that they want to try, that they don't look at the ingredient list, at all the ingredients. And yeah, like, the main label sounds amazing, like it has all these vitamins and electrolytes, or L-carnitine or protein, but then you look at the whole ingredient list and there is a bunch of junk that will sabotage your health, your weight loss, your fat loss, your energy levels. So be careful when you buy any supplements. Supplement industry is much less regulated in most countries than food industry or drug industry. So again, read ingredient list carefully and reach out for help. And eat your potassium-rich foods. We need our potassium, guys. So eat your potassium-rich foods. Listen to this episode and just memorize these foods. And whenever next time you choose what to cook for your meal, make sure that there is at least one great source of potassium in your meal, especially great, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, spinach, amazing vegetables, some sweet potato, avocados, also amazing sources of electrolytes. And of course our fish, tuna, sardines, but even beef also has potassium. So check them out. Eat your potassium. drink your mineral waters, check out your pharmacy, check out your grocery shop for natural minerals waters. And that's it for today, guys. So tomorrow we will cover magnesium. This is like super important mineral. It's involved in more than 600 reactions in your body, DNA replication, your long-term health, your longevity. Magnesium is really, really important. Tomorrow we're going to talk a little bit more. We're going to talk a lot more about magnesium and about magnesium-rich foods. And anything that I'm gonna come up with to help you eat better and feel better and look amazing and just get out there and live your most awesome life. So thank you guys for tuning in today. We are in Spain still and gonna be here for another 3 days. I'm so excited about future food event that of course I'm gonna share with you the takeaways from the event, amazing speakers here in Valencia in Spain. So stay tuned for that. And as usual, till next time, eat better daily.